Players going behind my back to the board. Fabio wanted to leave. Adrian made soundings that he wanted to leave. Isco. Nathaniel. Filippo saga just doesn't seem to want to go away. Managing at the highest level is so difficult. It's so stressful. I've organised meetings this week to sit down with Nathaniel, to sit down with Filippo, and hopefully sort out their futures, but I'm just concerned who will be next to come and say they want to leave. But we can turn our attention to an away game in the Capital One Cup to Newcastle. The ball's on the right hand side with Taylor. Taylor knocks it into Gosling. Gosling just turns back, feeds it into Taylor. Taylor plays a wonderful ball over the top. Great control by Gosling and a first time cross. Naismith with the chest control, but he miscontrolled it and Butland came out and easily picked up that ball. Filippo knocks the ball into Eduardo. Eduardo with a very poor first touch. Very uncharacteristic of Eduardo. This allows Newcastle on the break. Cisse knocks the ball into Naismith. Naismith moves out to the left hand side. He's being marked by Nathaniel Klein. But a great ball over the top into Cisse. Cisse with a nice little turn, gets the ball in, and Chick Tiote has just missed an absolute golden chance for Newcastle. That was absolutely wonderful football by Newcastle there. Really opened up West Ham at the back. Played a great ball in there from Cisse and Chick Tiote with an absolutely diabolical effort. And the ball's with Benzier in the centre of the park. A nice turn to get away from these players, but then a poor pass. He tried to play the through ball. He's dispossessed really, really easily. And Newcastle are on their counter-attack. And a nice little break with Naismith knocking the ball into Tiote. Tiote back into Cisse. Cisse knocks the ball out onto the right-hand side to Gosling. Gosling feeds it into Taylor. Taylor plays an immediate ball back into Gosling. And a great cross again from Gosling on the right-hand side. But Butland again comes out and asserts his domination of the penalty box. Martins Indy has the ball on the left-hand side. Moving forward, has to cut inside, not a great deal on for him, he still has to go forward, still nobody moving for him. He loses the ball, but he manages to get the pass off to Isco. Isco moves forward, nice piece of skill kick past the defender, goes for the shot, and that is blocked quite easily by Newcastle. And we pick it up with Nathaniel Klein on the right hand side, feeding the ball into Isco. Isco knocks the ball inside to John Guidetti. He's had to drop deep, no great movement from West Ham. Guidetti into Benzier. Benzier loses the ball but regains it, tries to go into the box from the left hand side, nothing really on, has to turn back on himself, feeds the ball into Diami. Diami tries to unleash, but a great sliding tackle there from Newcastle. Guidetti picks up the ball on the edge of the area. No one's moving for him, no great movement, but Filippo goes for the finesse to the top corner, but it's straight into the hands of the Newcastle keeper. We go in at half time. Newcastle United 0, West Ham United 0, and West Ham are not looking the fluent side that's been playing with confidence against Swansea. Really looking a little bit under the weather, not playing very well. Perhaps it's to do with this entire media circus, with Nathaniel's unrest, with Filippo's unrest, and just the general unrest of most of the players at this moment in time. But Filippo has the ball inside the box, breaks in, pulls the ball back, and Guidetti with a header. That's fantastic. 48 minutes gone, and John, the goal machine, Guidetti, heads the ball home from a fantastic piece of play there. I've got to say, Isco should get a lot of credit for that. It was a nice ball into Filippo. Filippo with an absolutely majestic, delicate chip onto the head of Guidetti, and a fantastic finish as normal from Guidetti. But Filippo's in the centre of the park in his own side of the half, brings the ball forward into Newcastle half. They seem to be backing off him. He has too much pace and power. That's a great tackle, but the ball comes back to Benzier. Benzier goes to the byline, turns back inside, feeds the ball into Guidetti, and that is a great block there. That should have surely have been 2-0, but Guidetti for once actually misses. Benzier again has the ball in the centre of the park, moves out to the right hand side, nothing really on, turns back inside, gives the ball to Eduardo. Eduardo assesses the situation, nothing on for him either. He then knocks it to Filippo. Filippo looks to spread the play to the left hand side, but he cuts back inside, goes for a shot, and he scored! Oh my days, Filippo after 59 minutes. Absolutely majestic finish. Looked like he was going to pass the ball out to the left hand side to try and get the cross in, but no, he fooled the defender, turned back inside and just gently curled the ball into the bottom right hand corner. Absolutely fantastic finish. But Newcastle are on the attack. Great ball over the top by Gosling into Cabaye. Cabaye with an opportunity. It's just wide of the post. Unbelievable opportunity there for Newcastle. They have been guilty of missing some absolute sitters today. Cisse's in the box, gets the ball to the back post. Great header from Naismith, but Butland is there to answer the questions with a fantastic save. And yes, the referee blows the full-time whistle. Newcastle United 0, West Ham United 2, and the boys really delivered in the second half, served up the goals and got them very important victory to keep the momentum going. And as we look at the knockout stage for the Capital One Cup semi-final lineup, we can see that Manchester City are in there. Manchester United in there, possibly Tottenham or Wolverhampton Wanderers, and our good selves West Ham. That really is quite a phenomenal lineup for the semi-finals, and some big games will be coming up. Be interested to see if it's a Manchester derby in a semi-final, or if we can get Man City in a final, if we make it past the semi-final. But the papers continue to hound us with information regarding Nathaniel Clyne. I can confirm Tottenham Hotspur have lodged an official approach for Nathaniel Clyne. They have offered us £10 million for Nathaniel Clyne. I have not accepted it. I have not presented it to the board as yet, because I have sat down with Nathaniel and I have offered him his last chance. With an agreement with his agent and Nathaniel has said he would extend his contract by 1 year to give him nearly a 3-year deal. He'll take £35,000 a week. He will keep his clean sheet bonus of 5%, and he will accept a signing on fee of £35,000. Hopefully he's a man of his word and he will now sign the contract, but we'll have to wait and see, as he did say he will speak to his advisor after I had finished speaking with him. And as I can say, all we can say is we'll just wait and see. I will be sitting down with Filippo and his team of advisors, which is quite shocking. He'll be there with his agent and a team of advisors. We will be sitting down hopefully in the next 24 hours to hopefully thrash out a new deal or a potential sale, which would be absolutely heartbreaking, but we will see how that turns out. But we have to concentrate on a very, very important game in the Premier League. We have to go to Old Trafford. We have to take on Manchester United, and the United are in a good vein of form at this moment in time. As you saw, they just beat Reading 2-1 to get into the semi-final of the Capital One Cup. Could this be the semi-final, the first semi-final? Could we be playing Manchester United in a semi-final? That'd be interesting to see who we get. That draw will be made shortly. But looking at the Premier League table, Spurs have absolutely galloped away at the top already. It looks like we're going to be fighting for second place, which is very disappointing. I just can't believe the record Spurs have. They just seem to get better and better each season, which is really frustrating. But we pick up the ball on the right hand side with Isco. A nice piece of skill, breaks into the centre of the park, keeps the ball. No one's really coming to him. He knocks it back to Filippo. Not the greatest pass in the world. Filippo knocks it out to Bruno's Martin Indy. Indy knocks it into Benzir. Benzir rolls the defender, goes for the shot, and that's just unfortunately wide of the post. But a great piece of play there, and Isco was very instrumental in the passing. But United coming straight back at us. Danny Welbeck, 25 yards out, gives it into Valencia. Valencia with a nice chipped ball in for Nani, but Nani's not renowned for his heading, and it's quite an easy save for Butland. But Filippo on the right hand side, still not showing any signs of concern about this whole issue that he's may or may not be at the club. He's still playing his football. The ball's fell out to Adrian on the left hand side. A great chip ball in, and Benzir with a header straight down, and an easy save for De Gea. A very simple save. And again, Manchester United with Pack, knocking the ball into Cleverley. Cleverley breaks forward, feeds the ball into Pack. Pack just goes out to left hand side, not really much on, gives the ball into Nani. Nani loses the ball but regains the ball from Tompkins, breaks into the box, gives the ball to Cleverley, goes for the 1-2, and that is a huge miss there by Nani. And we go in at half time, Manchester United 0, West Ham United 0, and it's a very hard fought game, must say. United are really, really pushing us back, but we're doing a good job as the ball's picked up on the right hand side with Isco, knocks it inside into Filippo. Filippo plays a very nice ball forward into Benzir. Benzir into Guidetti. Guidetti rolls his defender, goes for the shot, and that is a great save by De Gea. Low down at his near post, makes a great save to push it round for a corner. Hernandez with the ball for Manchester United, breaking into the West Ham half. He gives the ball across to Van Persie. Van Persie inside to Tom Cleverley. Cleverley into Valencia. Valencia get the back post, puts a great cross in, and Hernandez with an absolutely fantastic header for Manchester United after 78 minutes to give them a 1-0 lead. And I've got to say, it has been coming. The play by West Ham has been a little bit shoddy in this early stage of the second half. Not really been at the races. Manchester United have capitalised on that, and it was a very, very good finish. We pick up the ball from the kickoff with Roca. Roca gives the ball to Benzir. Benzir knocks it back to Casemiro. Casemiro knocks it into Dorian Jean. Dorian Jean into Benzir. Benzir turns inside, gives the ball into Filippo. Filippo looks to use Roca, but he dummies it, passes it into Benzir. Benzir rolls the Manchester United defender, breaks into the box, and equalises immediately. 80 minutes gone. Benzir with a fantastic finish. Filippo used Roca as a dummy, knocked the ball into Benzir. Benzir rolled his defender with fantastic poise and skill, breaks into the box and slots the ball into the bottom corner. The referee blows the full-time whistle. Manchester United won, West Ham United won, and I've got to say that is points gained because the lads really didn't put in a great performance, but they done the business and got a point out of the game, which is fantastic. And I just feel that I have no idea what's going on. Tompkins has not come to me and spoke to me about this. He's gone straight to the board, and the board have put him up for sale. This is absolutely ridiculous. I honestly do not know what's going on at the club at this moment in time. Fabio, Adrian, Isco, Nathaniel Klein, Tompkins, Filippo. What is going on? I can't believe, after everything we've done for Tompkins, he honestly wants to leave the club. He's trying to force a move. Why has he not come to me and spoke to me about this situation? I really do not know. It's really frustrating to say the least. And still no word on Filippo is what the papers are going with. But I can confirm, I have sat down with Filippo. I have met his agent and advisors. And I can confirm an announcement will be made regarding Filippo's future very, very shortly.